Hello everyone! Welcome back to our mathematics learning session. My name is Gustave Rejupni and today we are going to learn about algebraic function limit. I hope all of you are healthy and excited to learn mathematics today. Even though we are learning through video, I want this class to feel interactive and enjoyable, just like in a real class. Okay, everyone, please pay close attention to the presentation on the screen and try to understand its explanation carefully. During the lesson, I will also ask several questions, so don't forget to participate by reading your answer in the comment section below. Okay, everyone, let's start our lesson today. Today, we are going to study about understanding algebraic function limits. This topic is one of the basic concepts in calculus, and it helps us understand how a function behaves when a variable approaches a certain value. By the way, students, have you ever wondered what happens to the value of a function when the number gets closer and closer to another number? Well, today we will learn the answer together. Before we discuss the formula, let me ask you a simple question. How do you think we can determine the value of a function when the variable gets very close to a certain number? You can think about it first. If you already have an idea, write your answer in the comment section below. I would love to read your opinions. In mathematics, limit help us predict the value that a function is approaching even before the value actually reach that point. Interesting, right? Now let's look at our learning objectives for today. After this lesson, students are expected to explain the concept of algebraic function limit, calculate limit at specific point, solve simple problem related to limit, and relate limits to real life situation in advanced mathematics. So by the end of these lessons, I hope all of you can understand the basic concept of limit and solve simple limit problems independently. Limits are used to determine the value that a function approaches when a val when when a variable gets closer to a certain number. In simple words, limits have us observe the behavior of function near a specific point. For example, uh, imagine you are walking toward a door. You are getting closer and closer to the door, even if you have not touched it yet. That idea is similar to the concept of limit in mathematics. So limits are very important because they becomes the foundation of calculus. Now let's discuss limit notation. The limit of a function is usually written as limit f of x as x approaches a equals L. These notations mean the value of the functions fx approaches L when x gets closer to a. Please pay attention to the notation because this problem will appear very often in calculus problem. Try to read the notation together with me. Now, let we move to polynomial function limits. For polynomial function, we can usually calculate the limit directly using substitution. That means we simply substitute the approximate value into the function. For example, if x approximates 2, we substitute x with 2 into the function. After calculating, we get the limit value. Very simple, right? If you're understanding this part, type easy in the comment section. Now, let's continue to rational function limit. Sometimes direct subtraction produces as undefined form like 0 divided by 0. When that happens, we need to simplify the function first using factorization. After factorization, we can cancel the common factors and then substitute 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 and then substitute the value again. So remember student, if direct substitution, now let's continue. Now, let's continue to rational function limit. Sometimes direct substitution products an undefined from like 0 divided by 0. When that happens, we need to simplify the function first using factorization. After factorization, we can cancel the common factors and then substitute the value again. So remember student, if direct substitution does not work, try simplifying the function first. This method is very important in solving algebraic limit problems. Next, we will study one-side limit and infinite limit. One-side limit means we observe the function from the left side or the right side. A limit exists only if both sides have the same value. Infinite limits are used when x becomes very large or very small. As x becomes larger and larger, the value of a function may approach a certain number. Now, pay attention carefully because this is an important shortcut. There are three conditions. First, if the degree of the numbers of the sorry, first, if the degree of the numerator is smaller than the denominator, the limit is 0. Second, if the degree are equal, the limit is the ratio of the leading coefficients. Third, if the degree of the numerator is greater than the denominator, the limit approaches infinity. Please remember these rules because they help us solve problem faster. You can screenshot this slide if necessary. Alright everyone, let's review what we learned today. Limit help us understand the behavior of function around a certain point. We also learn several methods to determine limits, such as substitution, factorization, one-sided limit, and infinite limits. The concept of limit is very important because it becomes the foundation for studying calculus and advanced mathematics. I hope this lesson helped you understand the basic idea of algebraic function limit better. Now, student, it is a quiz time. Please prepare your notebook and try to answer the question independently. I want you to pause the video first, then solve the problem by yourself. Later, during our class meeting next week, I will ask about your answer and discuss them together. So make sure you really try to solve the question honestly, okay? For number one, please observe the function carefully. Try to determine the value of the limit when x becomes very large. Pause the video now and work on the problem first. And after solving it, write your answer in the comment section below. Good luck, everyone. Okay, let's continue to question number two. Just like before, pause the video and solve the problem independently first. Take your time and try your best. After finishing, don't forget to write your answer in the comment section. I will read your answer later. Okay, everyone, before we end the lesson, let me ask one simple question. What method do we use when direct substitution produces an undefined from like 0 divided by 0? Please answer in the comment section below. Thank you so much for learning together with me today. I'll really appreciate your attention and participation during this online lesson. Keep studying, keep practicing, and never be afraid of mathematics because learning mathematics is a process. See you in the next class meeting and goodbye everyone.